Hey, what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Sorry for the rough lighting. 4 or 5 years into the YouTube game, and I'm still figuring it out. Anyway, it's now the middle of January. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope the year's off to a good start. So, I really appreciate everyone who watched that Long Beach Comic Expo haul. That was a kind of a spur of the moment idea to shoot there leaving the con. So I appreciate everyone who watched that. That was cool. I try to keep it short and sweet, and I was happy with the video for the most part. So anyway, I got a couple of different things to share. First of all, as long as I'm talking about conventions, let me just go ahead and say that I was looking at the WonderCon guest list, and I was pretty happy to see Adam Hughes. I don't think in the maybe 3 years I've been kind of attending cons, I've really seen his name come up. So naturally, I kind of like, even though it's 3 months away, I kind of came home and I didn't find everything I'd want to get signed. And bear in mind, I've been trying to take it easy lately, and also I've kind of heard, it's only what I've heard, and I've actually heard. Let me turn off this fan. I've heard things that would contradict this, but I heard that his wife can kind of be, I won't say the handler from hell, I won't say like the toughest person to navigate through. I've actually heard quite the contrary. She's also kind of like his colorist, and you know, but I have heard it can be a little tricky. So I go there with realistic expectations. I mean, I've actually had pretty good outcomes with artists whose spouse will be there as their handler. Portasio, his wife was really strict, but you cannot overcome that Portasio gift to gab. He wanted to talk, and she wasn't able to shut him down, thank God. But on the other hand, at the expo, Ty Templeton kept showing me commission after commission on his phone, and his wife had to come up and say 25 minutes, which meant the con was ending in 25 minutes and he had a commission to finish. But so it's give and take, you know. If she's there to keep things strict, keep the line going, I'm going to keep that in mind and bring a realistic amount of books. That's what I mean. Not like the hubby wants to come along and kill the fun. I just mean someone who's preserving order in a chaotic situation, which is kind of a convention, you know? But anyway, so I haven't found everything. I was thinking 5 books would be a good amount to bring. I'm still looking for this remake of an old, I think, Batman cover that Hughes did. I found in the end of July last year. But this is just some stuff that, without tearing my room apart, I was able to find. I'd like to get him on. This one is a stand-in until I could find the cover I really want to get, which is an Archie that just has Betty and Veronica by Hughes kind of sitting at a diner table. This one's kind of cool. Some full body shots, but I really like the nonchalant diner scene cover, but if I don't find it, this one will be cool. I was looking at like the Sabrina one with her flying over the city during golden hour with Salem the cat hanging on for dear life. I thought that was a good one, but I felt a little unsure that one. Like, that wouldn't be one I'd want to get if I was real limited. And granted, I've admonished Hughes's use of some kind of compositions he's come up with in the last 3 years, whether it be overly experimental point of view shots or perspective, or just the idea of trying to capture motion through a series of Superman covers that utilize blur. There hasn't been any covers probably in the last 2 years that I'd really take to him, but that doesn't mean that there isn't stuff before that I think is absolutely incredible. Like this Ferris 31 I really like. This might be my favorite of the Ferris covers. I never had the one with I don't know the character's name, but it's of her riding like on a fogged mirror. I think that'd be a cool one to get signed, but this one's pretty great. I like the textures on the gray heather shirt, and yeah, it looks like her straw hat's also a halo. So Buckingham. I really want to get the Vampirella miniseries from Harris, issue 2. But like, I just have this one as a stand-in. I'd see which one's the nicer book and probably take that. I don't have any like really crazy cool Hughes Wonder Woman stuff, but this one kind of reminds me of that Sabrina with the golden hour, where he's actually capturing natural light pretty effectively. This one's not bad. I mean, you could definitely do worse. This one I recently found. I'd love to get this one signed. This one's going for sure. If if I'm able to make it and the good Lord allows me to be there, healthy enough to stand in line to get signatures, and able to get there and pay for it and hydrate and stand on my own 2 feet and do this, I would get this signed. I wouldn't even worry too much. Maybe like some gold or something. It's a very simple, like everyone knows, a very simple AH exclamation point with that gentle curve, that gentleman's curve. This one right here for sure. I've always loved this cover. Definitely in my top 5 Hughes covers of all time. I've even considered the statue of this, which is going to kind of lead up to my next sort of segment. I've already exceeded 825. That's how long my last video was. I'll never catch that again. This right here, Justice League America 6. I love this cover. I looked for this one in the wild for so long that I finally just cracked, and I think I got one for $6 on eBay. And this was a gift way back in the day. I could find these Rose and Thorns in 50-cent bins all the time, but this is the one that was a gift. I never find this one. This is like the cover that's always missing, but issue 4. Hopefully I can get that in green. I'm already getting picky, right? Oh well, I guess I'm from a part of the world where pickiness reigns supreme. I don't mean to be that way, but yeah, I would like that in green. That's being reasonable. Anyway, so I already got my Mayhew set aside. I'm hoping Mike will be there. I got the same 3 for him. Hopefully it's still $10 each. 20 would sting a little bit. I think he's real comfortable at 10, so I can do 10. Any more than that, and I start to doubt if I really need that book signed, unless it's from like an artist I'd never met, like Gilliam March or something like that, you know. But anyway, all right. So another thing I've really been nuts about is collecting statues. I don't know where it came from. I finally just started cracking on these. They're a little dusty, to tell you the truth, because I buy these thinking someday I'll have a shelf set up, but then I just kind of realized I'm just collecting the statues in a sense. This first one is a very honorable mention because it was a gift for Christmas. She's slightly concealed. This was from the last Pharaoh. He sent me this for Christmas. I feel so bad covering her up, and I hope to God the paint doesn't stick, but he sent me this little statue. If anyone knows what she's from, I don't see any copyright on her. She might just be like some anime honey. But yeah, this was under my little homemade Christmas tree for the holidays from last Pharaoh. So thank you, man. I'm just going to show a couple more. Like, I'm actually considering getting another Harley. I seem to get a lot of Harley statues. There's a Joshua Middleton one coming out in the spring of 25 years of Harley, the Joshua Middleton, where they've made a full body statue of Harley. I think it's going to be about that big. But it looks pretty good. I don't know if they fully captured the essence of that Middleton piece, especially since they only had like from the waist up to work with. Everything else is probably just an artist's best guess of how Middleton would make it. But I'm considering getting that one. If I do get another statue this year, that'll probably be the one. And I keep kind of meaning to get one of those Chrissy Zulo Artist Alley statues, the little PVC statues. She did Wonder Woman, Hawk Girl, Batgirl, and Supergirl in various different colors. Like they even have like colors where they're all black and red, like Harley, like the Team Harley series. But I don't know. I keep thinking those are going to come down in price. As popular as Chrissy is amongst certain groups, I think like the general public, they only have so much interest in that adorable kind of cute style. So those came out kind of like 65, but I've seen these statues. You know, that's kind of why I eventually cracked. They become so affordable. Like this one, this one started at $150, and my shop, Amazing Comics in Long Beach, I think eventually for a Batman Day special. Actually, she sold it to me the day before Batman Day for $60. What was that? Like 3/5 off. So you know, I wanted this one from day one, but what do we have? 1104 of 3,000. So these things, stores eventually find them to be dead weight, and they know that the popularity, it starts to decline when everyone who really wanted it at that price point has gotten it. So they start to become more available. I don't mean to be a vulture like that, but I mean, honestly, I can wait on these because, like I said, I have nowhere to put them. It's not like I need them day one. This was just something I bought from Cape and Cowl, from an old shop we used to go to like 3 times a week when we were buying a lot of He-Man figures. But it's a hula bobble figure, not really a statue, but I think this was like a GameStop exclusive. Like this one, I thought was really nice. Anything animated Harley, I'm nuts for. But I do like I do like some artist interpretation of Harley. Let me go and back this up a little bit. I feel like I'm in your face. All right, got the light in my face. This one's by Minju Helen Chen. I've shared this before. I haven't taken this out since I had it at the shop, so yeah, it's dusty. This one right here. I always like to look at these before I buy them, because sometimes they do get damaged in shipping, as I'm sure we're all aware. I thought this one was exceedingly adorable. And from this series, there's also Gilliam March, which I'd actually like to get. And there's an Archer. So I must be nuts buying these. I'm not buying comics right now at all, but I'm buying something that, oddly enough, is more space consuming. But it's consuming space in a different way. And the last one I'll actually take out. But before I do, I'll just say I went to Frankensons with my brother on Saturday, the 11th, the new location, previously a Sam's Club. We had a nice day. It's stationed like right behind a freeway, right behind the 60 freeway. So anytime something is directly behind a freeway, it makes navigating kind of difficult because there's a lot of dead ends and it curves around the road and everything's kind of key-railed off. And so just exiting the freeway was a little daunting, you know. Not too bad. I mean, considering how bad it could be, you know, it's not like off on a dirt road or anything, but it's very improvised lanes, you know, laning. Once we get there, it's not like the entrance is facing you. It's like it's facing away from you. So, you know, just drive by, the building's facing that way. So it's not like you'll miss it, but you know, architecturally, it's not like bang in your face, you know. You'll see the sign, but the building is to the side. And then there's an alley wrapping around it. So we kind of quickly realized, well, dang, I don't know if it's necessarily more parking as much as it is all just clumped into one spot. Because there's like a Best Buy, a block behind it, and people were parking there. So, I mean, I get the idea for parking, but it wasn't until I was inside that I'm like, all right, this is substantial. It's got the fluorescent lighting in there. It's wide. It looks like they're utilizing the old, what do you call it, food court. It's operational, so, you know, they're selling hot dogs and everything out of an actual, you know, like kitchen. So without saying too much about it, I had a really good time with my brother. We lost a lot of vendors, but a lot of new vendors came in. I didn't really, I knew I was going to be at the expo the next day, so I didn't look at comics. But I looked at toys, and I found I actually don't even have it. I already opened it up. Fred Hall would be disappointed, man. But I got this this Harley. She's not in the package, but she's on my shelf. The one, not even a shelf, but it's basically a short box lid that I pinned to the wall to make a floating lid. But McFarlane made, if you could find it, it's the nicest Harley Quinn I've seen of that style of classic Harley. And also, I picked up, this reminded me of my grandfather because he worked for Starkist Tuna for 50 years. He actually was the oil man. He was the oil quality control. You know, that was his. That was actually his station. But Charlie Tuna just reminded me so much of my grandfather. His name was Marcel. That I was like telling my brother, man, I gotta get it. I bought this from a dealer who I would call a friend. His name's Adam. Anyway, so I actually later that day at Barnes & Noble I bought a case for it, and I also got a case for Rocco. This is one of those soft, like, folding cases though. The one for the Charlie is like hard plastic. Anyway, I'll show you what else I got. So I got this amazing Frank Miller artist concept of Batman, perfectly replicating the cover to Batman The Dark Knight Returns issue 2. I believe it's the issue where he fights the mutant leader, right? Almost positive. I don't have much room right now. I really want to. I just don't have the space. I don't even have the space to share it. But one of these days, I'll get these all situated. It's sad, you know. That's apartment life, you know. You kind of get trapped as a collector, you know. So I'm working on some shelves. It's a bummer, you know. I see possibilities. I see where shelves can be put up, even if they're just bookshelves or stuff for like Blu-rays. But it's kind of what you do. You sort of live out of boxes and storage bins. But anyway, I don't mean to get bummed out. I just, oh man, I feel enclosed like a dog in a muzzle sometimes, and I just want to let this stuff breathe. But it would just, at least in the boxes, it's not going to get damaged. But all right. Well, I think I had a video there. I thought I had an idea for a video. I wanted to share the statues and the Hughes possibilities, Adam Hughes. So I think I accomplished that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know I just uploaded a nice tight little 8-minute video, and this is like one of my typical 20-minute jalopies, but I guess I didn't feel like doing label making right away. Anyway, thanks for watching. I gotta get this light off of me. It's like 5 a.m. and it's blinding me. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a great day.